The Radioddity GA-510 dual band 10 watt HT demonstrated today on Ham Radio 2.0.
Shut up and sit down.
Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome to Ham Radio 2.0. My name's Jason. I'm KC5HW. Yeah, KC5HWB. And on this video series, we do reviews and how-tos of everything that's new in amateur radio. So if that's something that should interest you, please click on subscribe below, smash the like button, and put your comments below. So today, Radioddity, which is radioddity.com. Some people call it Radioddity. I don't know. Radioddity flows off the tongue better for me. They sent me this dual band, 2 meter 440, 10 watt HT, and asked me to review it on my show. And they sent me an email and they're like, "Hey, would you, if we sent you one of these, would you review it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to review anything that's new." So that's always good. So I'm going to get a close up of it here. Yeah, that's it right there. I'm going to go there and move my keyboard out of the way. I'm going to get some power measurements on it here in just a minute. But I wanted to show everybody the screen first. So here's the very common monochrome screen. Okay, so now, I had to turn the exposure down because the white around the screen was way too bright. There's no way to adjust the brightness on the screen. You can set how long the backlight goes, but you can't adjust the brightness. So if we go menu, this is what the menus look like. You know, you've got dual standby. You can turn off and on. It's off.
Dual standby.
On.
Confirm.
Sounds like a standard O-Chang or Baofeng voice. So you can change the backlight. Let's change it to 10 seconds. See if it'll go that. Yeah.
Confirm.
There it is. Bandwidth.
Channel bandwidth.
Bandwidth is width or narrow? Width or narrow? That should be wide or narrow. So nobody said anything about that. Okay. Vox level, power save, transmit power high. It does have 3 power settings. High, low, and middle. So we're going to test the high power here in just a second. And 2.5 step, squelch, and then it's got, if you keep going down, it goes to 37. So you can reset the VFO. Language is English, of course. Power on message. It's got tones in it. Tail. No, I don't like tails. Turn that off. Scan. You can scan CTCSS and DCS tones. If you don't know the tone that your repeater is using, you can scan for that.
Menu.
Went out of the menu. If you lose the menu, like it's on 26 right now, it goes back to the VFO. Then I hit menu again. It goes back to 26. That's good. That's a good place to. So if you get distracted and go back and like, oh, where was I? And you hit the menu and it goes back to the same one, like I just did. Menu. Memory, yeah, direction. So all your standard stuff there. So this is what the radio looks like on the actual features of it. I'm not going to hit the any of the buttons because that'll light up the screen. So you've got up down arrows there, PTT. These are actually, they look kind of red in the video right now, but they're actually orange. We've got the battery there, 3 ports on it. Oops. Let's see, speaker mic there, standard connector, Kenwood style or Baofeng style, whatever you want to call it these days. Connector on the top, or on the side rather. This right here has got a panic button, 1 volume knob right there, and of course your standard antenna. Inside of the box, let me zoom this out a touch. Inside of the box is a earpiece and a programming cable, depending on. Make sure the programming cable is included in the package you buy. They might have just sent that to me on a whim because they knew I wanted to program it, or they assumed I did. So There's the manual. And in the box, you've got belt clip, an extra battery, which is a 2200 milliamp hour battery on there. I think this is the same thing. There we go. Yes, yeah. 2200 milliamp hour batteries, that's what it is. And it does show the FCC logo isn't in there as well. FCC logo, so it's type accepted right there. CE type accepted for the UK. So that's good. Most of Radioddity stuff is type accepted.
Frequency mode.
So, yeah, there's that. So I got an extra battery, dock charger. The thing I don't like about this radio and so many that so many Chinese radios is that the box, there's no markings on the outside of the box to tell you what's in the box. I know it's a Radioddity HT, but I don't know what the heck which model it is. Like, I've got 4 different Radioddity HTs around here. They're all in the same type of box, and I had to open up each one to figure out, oh yeah, this is the GA-510 that I'm actually supposed to be reviewing today. So I think they should put a sticker or something on the outside that says, what in the world is in this box? So anyway, that's my opinion. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to say, the antenna itself has the female connection, and the center pin male is on the radio. So I'm going to take one of these adapters, put that in here, and okay, lighten up the. Okay, let's start here. So I've got the Logitech set up here, or the radio cam, as it were, set up here, and you can see that kind of washes that out as well. But there's no way to adjust for the backlight in the radio. So I can't turn the back. Usually I turn the backlight in the radio down. I can't do that today. So let me. I'm going to move that out of the way today. There we go. We're going to go to the 20 watt scale. Once again, my friends at MFJ are gracious enough to have allowed me to use their both meter and power supply on my video series, which you see those. You see those in a lot of different of my episodes. So AB, and I'll do this kind of off the camera here because you can't really see it in there anyway. 1
1 4 6 5 2 0.
Okay, hopefully you heard that. 146,520. The H is on. Now you can't see the screen. There's a power indicator on the screen on the top left corner that says H.
Menu.
Let's go back here. TX power is 02. Okay, so go to menu, push up 1,
Menu.
02.
Power.
Power is high, middle, and low, as I showed you a minute ago. On low, obviously, it shows an L.
Power.
On high, it shows an H. And on middle, it just shows an M. So in the top left corner, you're going to see L, M, or H. So
Menu.
let's go 2 meters here.
Power. Confirm.
Low power. And okay, so that's the bottom scale. That's like a watt. Change that to the 5 watt scale. Yep. I think I'm shaking the camera there. I'm not trying to. Okay, so we're pushing about about a watt. A little bit under a watt on low power. Switch this back here to 20 watts.
Menu. Power. Confirm.
Middle. Middle is on the 20 watt scale is about 5.5 watts, something like that.
Menu. Power. Confirm.
High power, 146.52 megahertz. That's about 9 watts. Yeah, it's about 9 watts, pushing right underneath the 10 right there. So that's not bad. So let's go down here to 440.
4, 4, 1, 0, 0, 0.
Okay, 441.0. That's just what I'm going to do. And we're on high power there as well. It's doing about 7 watts on high power. Okay, about 7 watts on high power. I didn't think about the fact that we're not going through the power supply. We're on battery power for the HT. Oops, but that's okay. Yeah, 7 watts on high power.
Menu. Power. Confirm.
Low power is just barely under 5 watts. 4.5 watts on middle power.
Menu.
Middle power, that was middle power.
Power. Confirm.
And about, about a half a watt on low power on 440. So there we go. That's actually pretty good. Now it's advertised as a 10 watt HT, and mileage may vary. It depends on one thing about powers on HTs. If you have a low battery, or even like a battery that's only halfway, 50% full, your power ratings are not going to always be the same. Okay, and I am going through a RG58 cable into the back of an MFJ meter into a dummy load. That was all in a dummy load, by the way. I didn't ID on any of that. Sometimes people will come along in my videos, well, you should ID'd. It's going into a dummy load underneath the desk. I would be surprised if anyone standing in my backyard would be able to hear me right now, especially on low power. So it's not. It is showing a full indicator on the power for the battery on the radio. But, you know, there is some loss through the RG58 cables. That's okay. But 7 watts on high, about 9.5, 10 watts. 7 watts on high on UHF, about 9.5, 10 watts high on VHF is not bad. That's pretty good for a dual band radio at the price point. Radioddity is offering a discount to my viewers after I post this video. I've got a link to the radio in the description below for my viewers, for everybody watching this. You get a 15% off discount if you enter the coupon code of HamRadio 2.0. Ham Radio is all capitalized. The coupon code, as well as the link to the radio on the Radioddity website, will be in the YouTube description below. So take advantage of that. Seems like a pretty solid rig. At the time of this recording, it's selling for $64.99. So you can get 15% off of that price from Radioddity.com. Again, this is the GA-510. And special thanks to Radioddity for letting me review this radio. Put your comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.